Ah, finally. Finally, after all of this time, I've got my mother and my father out of my hair, back to their own territory, back doing their own thing. You know, I might just be able to find a way to thrive in this position without the two of them constantly overlooking me and telling me what to do. Boy, mother, what are you doing here? I traveled days to come to talk to you. Did you think that it was over? Do you think that all of my plans for you were done simply because you provided your father with a fine house? No, mother. I just thought that I would be there all the time and never here. You know I hate your father. But nothing. Listen, do you know that count up in the north? Yes, mother. He agreed to vassalization, but I've been having... Yes, you've been having trouble with him. You've been having trouble with him because he's an incompetent boob who is not useful in any way. Mother, No, listen. What I want you to do is I want you to go to his territory and begin using that seductive, sly nature of yours that the court women seem to see that I simply can't understand, and try to convince his spy master to become your lover. Then you'll have a major hook you can use to manipulate him into following you appropriately. You know, for the first time ever, mother, I think we might just agree. I have no idea what you mean by that, but it sounds disgusting. Hello and welcome back, connoisseurs of Crusader Kings 3, friends of the channel, and newcomers alike. We are here once again in Lohara with Maharaja Kalaza. Last time we drove our kingdom into debt in a repeat of our father's inappropriate spending. We seduced our wife, which got her pregnant, and we hired a wet nurse that we don't really even need, paying her money that we don't have. That's probably fine. We also took our neighbor's grandson hostage, and we're trying to attempt to sway him, to convince him that it is in his best interest to join us as a vassal. Oh, we're going to also need a court tutor, but we can't exactly afford a court tutor either. We have this woman, our courtier, who is married to one of our people, this chancellor. He is actually a pretty good chancellor. We will probably end up making her court tutor, but we might want to wait until our child is a little older so that we can work our way out of debt first. My mother has also pointed out to me the fact that our 38-year-old friend here, Samantha Vidyahara, might just be vulnerable to our peculiar kind of manipulation. So my spy master here has a spy master of his own, and she is also his heir for some reason. Now, I can't marry her because she's not of the right faith, but I could potentially seduce her. I have a pretty good chance of succeeding, and then maybe once she's been seduced, I can lure her to the court. But it was my mother's suggestion to look over there and see that, so we listened to our mother. Of course, she probably had some kind of wild plot in mind where we, like, manipulate her to control him, but I think we're just gonna seduce her and make her our wife. So we are at level 2 now, which it gives us the bestow royal favor. Do we actually want to be using that? Could use this on him. It should help him like us a little bit more. We gotta really work this money off, though. That's a bit of a problem. I can't declare wars. I can't do any of the other things I want to do while I'm in debt like this. Oh, hopefully our sways will work out. Hopefully in the long run, those sways are going to give us the things we need. So he is now, okay. I have arrived in Shiringara to pay homage to you, glorious Maharaja, and show my loyalty. This is my northern vassal. Show him in. He stumbles awkwardly and falls. You know, no. Your oaths are all that matters to me, so... No. We're not mean. We're not mean. We're not mean. We're rakish. We're not an asshole. We're just into the women a little too much and like to spend money we don't have. So we'll just accept his fealty. We are in debt, and we have a daughter and heir. All right. Kanjarika is a fine name. Kanjarika is going to be her name. We're going to make her nickname Kanja, so it's easier to remember. Welcome to the world, Kanja. Welcome to the world, my daughter. So our first child is a daughter, and we have... our debt has driven one of our places to to become unstable, so we're just gonna have to fix that. Hopefully we can fix it quick. Sway compliments. We have literally no one who can assist us with this, so we'll have to figure it out on our own. Loyalty and sense of honor. He's forgiving and just and calm. He's not ambitious. He's not particularly handsome. I think we're going to do loyalty and sense of honor. I think that's the right choice with this guy. Excellent. So we have helped it along. Has this helped with our goal at all? We probably shouldn't be looking at this like every 2 seconds. No. I'm bankrupt. Of course I'm bankrupt. We got to get out of bankruptcy before we'll be able to make that happen. You can offer hostages. I don't think we're going to be offering any hostages yet. Titles to be created. We have 2 duchies that can be created. We'll do those as soon as we can. We could send our child to university, but we're not gonna. We don't have the money. It's much cheaper now, though, which is nice. It's actually affordable now, which is good. We failed to sway him. It's probably going to take as long to sway him as it's going to take to get us out of debt. We are just about to get our first martial perk, though. That's going to be a little interesting moment, I think. May you live in harmony and contentment. I have been a good vassal to you, but sure you understand I'm subject to my own too. The current contract is too restrictive. Surely, besides you owe me. Ugh. The reason he has a head of house hook on me is because he was head of house when I was born. Because that's when you get the hook, so that's why he has one. Not much I can do about this. I can't modify his contract because he used a hook, and I don't have one in return. So he's made his taxes low, and I can't do anything about it, or change it, or anything. Was this a scheme on behalf of my mother to make herself richer? I do not know. But I should have suspected some kind of scheming, some kind of chicanery in the background of this whole thing. We just got our martial perk, and there are so many things that you might do here. You could say, oh, control growth can be good if you're going to expand, or casus ballet costs. But no, we're going to become a stalwart leader. Mostly because we want to go down here, I think, and get all these things. These sort of fit with our our idea of ourself, while also allowing us to pretend like we're trying to become a better soldier. You know, we spend all our days out in the field, hanging out with the boys, talking about the ladies, and then you know, we go home at night to our wife and imagine all the other women that we're going to seduce in our time. Sadly, we can't seduce any of them yet because we have work to do. That is the horrible sadness that is living as a young king. Kanja's first words. Hurry, my liege, you have to hear this. The wet nurse, Priyati, rushes into my chambers. Pretty points at Kanja in excitement. So I lean towards and listen to her. Gaba nu Shuver. It looks like Kanja's already has a martial spirit. How delightful! Haha, we lose stress because we're compassionate. We had no stress. We gave a little bit of prestige, and our child likes us. What else can she say? So we could gain stress because we're compassionate, and she gains stress, and that gives her a point of martial. I don't have time for this. I don't care. Do we take the stress to give our daughter a point of martial? No, I don't think so. I think we're just happy about the whole thing happening. We're just gonna celebrate our daughter's first word. That's great. That's good. She has learned to speak the name of warriors. What a thing. Set this here for a second. Our daughter. Wonderful. I am at my table, reading through some reports sent to me from throughout the realm. Flame hops up beside me, chasing the warmth of a sunbeam, curls up contentedly beside my work. I reach out to give his orange fur a stroke, and he stretches languorously in response. A mighty stretch. Too mighty, as it turns out. Flame rolls over and completely off the table, landing at his feet with a haughty glare as if I was somehow at fault. He saunters away skulkily. Haha, you little fool. Dopey cat. Yes. Yes, my cat is dopey. And nobody can tell me different. An unworthy challenge. At first, I thought the simple footman a fool for stepping into the training field. However, A battle proved more hard-fought than I expected, and it gradually became clear that he would be unable to stop his wild and vicious strikes from hurting me. Okay, is he any good? He is good. I could use more people like you. That is good. The peasant and my soldiers will get a lecture on honor. I could use this piety, to be perfectly honest. I strike him down where he stands. No, that is not us at all. So do we take him? Or do we lecture them? I don't think I have the attitude where I would lecture him. I think I'd be much more likely to take him under my wing. So we were going to add him to our court. So much debt still to pay off. Debt. Such debt. We've almost undone the negative from the first debt that we gained. So we have finished bestowing favor. Gaining 7 opinion from him. That's good. How are things going over here? It's declining slightly. We are still in debt. We're still in debt. That's fine. It'll be over soon-ish. I finished reading the latest letter from Raja Kayal of Shagari and smile. He seems to have warmed to me at last. While this is a success, I'm tempted to use this opportunity to try and get closer. I don't think this is worth it. I think we'll just take the 30. Let's see where we're at now with him. If we didn't have... So if we didn't have 100 from bankrupt, he would be accepting now. Our daughter's first step. I hear a commotion from my daughter Kanja's chambers. Hastening inside, I see the wet nurse Preeti playing with Kanja. My liege, perfect timely. Kanja took her first step, she shouts excitedly. Holding my girl's hands, she tries to walk her around the room. A giant step for a child, a small step for a ruler. So we just celebrated again. What else can she do? And get her a point of prowess? I don't know. I think as she's our first child, she's going to get a little bit spoiled from this. I don't think we're going to be picking the attribute ones. I think we're instead just going to celebrate her successes. Yes, I think that's for the best. At least for now. Oh, it takes so long to get out of debt. Kanja's first enrobing. As I patiently await the fetching of my clothes, a servant stutters, "My lord, no one can find your garments. I am surrounded by incompetence," I mutter, storming from my bedchamber. It's in the nursery of my daughter, Kanja, that I discover not only my raiments, but also the girl's wet nurse. I had no part in it, my liege. She dressed herself. Look at that face. I can't. It's okay. So she's a princess of fashion. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. So we could take the prestige, or we could make her the princess of fashion. Yes, she is absolutely the princess of fashion. Our daughter is the princess of fashion. Oh, our steward got us additional taxes. We're out of debt sooner than we expected to be. That's great. That means we could probably just catch this while it's still available to us. Get him underneath us. I mean, into our kingdom. We don't swing that way, but if we did, it would be fine. That also means that we can immediately go up here to this guy, and then we can try to seduce his spy master. Yes, I think so. Close that up. Finally money again. Maybe we consider taking this duchy too from the old man while we still have money. That could be an idea. But let's do one thing at a time here. Let's do one thing at a time now that we're back on track and moving forward again. Excellent. So we have expanded our territory peacefully again. He should now immediately become a powerful vassal. He is a decent steward, but not as good as our father. I gotta put him someplace though. He's not my religion. I could not demand his conversion, of course, because I said I wouldn't. What is my father else good at? What is this guy else good at? Nothing. These guys are good at nothing. This guy here almost likes us in spite of the fact he doesn't have a position on the council. I don't like doing this, but I think it's more important to have the people that are under my rule liking me than it is to have actually good people in these positions. So I'm just going to assign this like that, and then we're going to immediately tell him that he needs to focus on domestic affairs because it has the least terrible outcomes related to it. Good. It'd be cool if he could get married or something, but he does have a concubine. I don't know why his concubine isn't his wife, but that's fine. It's not up to me to question their religious beliefs. They can do as they wish. Everything else here seems to be fine. Would it be better if I put my wife on something different? Like if I put her on chivalry? Right now I think I'm basically getting... no, I'm doing okay getting it. So I am getting 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 from this, and I would only get 5 from chivalry. It is definitely, I think, better this way. Do we declare this war? I think we do. We do a holy war for county here. We're not stronger in our own force, but we do have allies. Now the question is, will they even come? I honestly can't tell you. That's the problem. They may not even come, and if they don't come, we'll be in trouble. I don't know that we should be depending wholly on our allies for wars like that. All right, well, that was an examination of whether or not that war could take place. The answer is no, but we have increased our situation by adding another vassal, which is good. And the great thing about his territory is it's, generally speaking, already doing well. We do need to start getting these duchy titles, though. But that requires money, and we don't have any of that. we don't have money. we're not making any. We don't have a lot of ways to get it, either. They're going to seduce his spy master, finish that job up there. And we're going to clean this up, too, which will help us out, give us a little bit more money. At least we're not in debt anymore. Also a good thing. What could we do to make our military stronger? Troubadour's dedication. A troubadour will soon be performing at the court in Gilgit. It would be a simple request to have him change the performance to be a dedication to Vahavanamati, the target of my affection. I think we take the 2/3 chance. Did we get it? Alone in the kitchen. So this is the hostage. Greetings, my lord. One of the cooks says, I have your hostage, Rajadeva, with me. He promised to clean the pots and cookery and clean every pot he did. So he is compassionate. He can be compassionate. We're fine with that. Perfectly fine with him being compassionate. Is this host a grand tour? I don't think we can afford that. Greetings, Maharaja Kalaja of Lohara. Thank you for your gift of music. The troubadour's performance greatly appreciated. I knew you were a man of impeccable taste. That should help us a little bit with that. That should make it much more likely that she falls to our affectionate machinations. Let us see what we can do here. Do I want to increase one of my units? Can I even afford to? I could increase my bowmen when I get to 61. That will cap the unit out. We also have our mountaineers here, but they are much more expensive. And we also have our mangonels, which are pretty expensive too. So hopefully we can increase our military as we go. Charmed a vassal. All right, this is our father. Has been charmed by Flame, our wonderful dopey cat. Go Flame. Good job. Maybe you can convince him to give us the money back he's stealing from us. A reading in Dhamma of Gilgit. So we are doing a reading with her. Something pious like the Golden Legend. She doesn't seem particularly pious. No, she doesn't. This is entertaining. Maybe? Could be a chance to learn. That could... Diligent could indicate maybe a chance to learn. Let's give it a shot. She doesn't like it. That takes us back down to 85%. That's fine. 85% is okay. Oh, I really want to declare war up here, but I can't trust my allies because they don't like me that much. If they say no and don't join, then we probably won't be able to win. I mean, we are very good at fighting in mountains. Are they very good? I mean, they have this, which we have, but they don't have anything else. If we could win a siege quickly and then hold the war target, I think we're gonna do that. When we're back up to about 10 after we increase these bowmen, I think we're gonna give it a shot. I think we might be able to pull it off, even if we can't pull in our allies. I think. Oh, it's hard to say. We are no military master here, so it's difficult. It's difficult to know whether or not this is the right choice. But I do hope it is. Now or never. She will be mine. Ah. The shadows lengthen. I find Bhuvanamati in the darkness beneath the castle wall waiting for me. Comes towards me hesitantly at first, then eagerly. I hear her breath quicken as I pull her close. Once more. On to the breach. We become lovers. Now that she's my lover, can she be convinced to come to my court? She can. Excellent. Now, my mother wanted me to have her as his spy master, but she doesn't know the kind of selfishness she was playing with. You see, I am not the kind of person who chases a woman in order to have her be my spy in someone's court. I'm the kind of person who, when I discover that there's a woman I'm attracted to, I change her religion, convince her that it's okay to be a second wife, and marry her. Congratulations, me! Second wife acquired. I wonder if he's mad. He's not even mad. She's still his heir. Are you gonna get married so that you could have someone other than a random spy master as your heir? This is probably not for the best for you, my friend. I mean, this is not your plan, is it? You're just gonna stay unmarried and let this random spy master take your land over when you die? I don't know about that. I don't know if that's a good thing. I mean, we're not enemies, right? Like, you have nothing against me and I have nothing against you. In fact, you joined willfully. We're not enemies, right? I mean, you want to get married? You want to find somebody so that this doesn't happen? Because this is happening. It's happening. Listen. I needed a second wife, okay? This is how this works. I'm supposed to have at least 2. I probably still don't have enough. No, I still don't have enough. Still need another wife. Is there anybody else? And my first wife is pregnant? Great. Now the question is she... No, she's not better for the stats I need than my current wife is, so we will not consider changing which one is primary wife. Let's just wait till this gets back up to about 10, which is a couple of months away, and then we will make that attack up in the north. I think we should be able to do it. I think it should be fine. All right, so our new wife is now pregnant. Wonderful. I wonder if she's going to win the sun race, or if our first wife is going to win the sun race. She's a little behind in the race right now, seeing as my first wife was pregnant first. Let's see how that turns out. We have now made enough money to make it worthwhile to decide to try to do this war. So let's just do this war for this county. Let's declare it. Let's see if either of our allies will join us. Both of them would. I think we would rather have the Raj than the Khan, because the Raj is simply more prestige efficient. And then we're gonna move our troops right to the border here. And then we're gonna raise them all here. And we're gonna wait inside our border in one of our own forts. Excellent. Just like right inside here. Because we don't want to be too aggressive about this. Let's move up like this. Is he actually my best commander for this current battle? Let's see. We have this guy. He's not as good, but he does have the rough terrain expert, which could be really useful. What does he have? He has attrition taken in mountains, attrition taken in deserts, aggressive attacker. It's actually really hard to say which one of them will end up being better. Let's begin the siege. This is a level 5. There's our son and heir. Here is our son and heir. They're naming him after our father. That's pretty mad. That's not going to happen. Samgarama. You know, I'm just going to pause here for a second. Okay, the actual historical name of this character's first son is Harsa. So we're going to call this boy Harsa. May you grow to be strong and wise, my son. I think we're going to be his guardian. Yes. Good. Okay, so they don't think we'll win. They think we'll lose. So let's back off. Hopefully, we're not going to escape. They're going to catch us. That sucks. The enemy of Rome. While studying the tactics of ancient generals, I was amazed to learn about the exploits of Hannibal Barca during the Second Punic War. Ooh. Aggressive attacker. Logistician. Flexible leader. I think we're going to take flexible leader. This is very close, but we are actually coming out on top, I think. I think we are. Oh, yes, we are. That's super cool. We are very suited to defensive war, but this is an offensive attack, and it is honestly surprising. Oh, no, you cancel that. You don't need to actually run away now that you've won. That's not what this is about. We have captured this guy. He is worth 10, but he won't pay for him. That's not really surprising. Okay, so we've won the very first battle of this war. He's going to have to withdraw and then regroup. Possibly come back to help us. Do we have any troops that we can raise here? 8, that's not a lot, but we'll throw them in anyway. Is my courtier, who is also a cousin of my family, who has had a child. Hopefully we can win this siege pretty soon. As I said, our allies are coming up, which is good. Hopefully they will make our next battle as decisive as the first. We are falling behind, but we have our first dynasty legacy. How nice is that? So what are we after? I mean, this is how we see ourselves, right? I think this is how we see ourselves, so this is how we go. This is how we perceive the previous dynasties of our region to have been, and what we're trying to emulate. So this is where we're going to go for now, for warfare. We're still doing our siege. Our ally is coming down to help us out. We're going to grab courtship, which should help us with more romance schemes. We should probably see if we can find someone else who might make a suitable wife. Of course, this girl is married now. Married. We could be letting this run while we look. Now there are people who are of the regular Vaishnavite religion inside of their territory. Then as we go further this way, we're going to find more people who are just very different from us. Maybe now is not the right time. Oh, is this... This is my first wife, right? Is he actually any good at this? Not really. I think be cautious. Good. Good. It looks like our wife will probably make it through then. We are rat-free for 5 years. And we are up here winning the heck out of this war. Our ally has come in, and I think they're just going to defeat our opponent right there. Just attack them right now. Feels good to me. Alone in the kitchen. This is the second time this kid has got the same event. He is my hostage. Let's just look at which one he pulled this time. He's gluttonous. Yeah, you know, I don't think I would dissuade him from being gluttonous. Spending some time eating. You know, it's a good way to relax after you've had a hard day. Ruling the kingdom and all that. You eat, boy. If that's what you need to feel better, I fully understand. Now, we probably want to progress towards doing another siege down here. My Shuver Avent of Armin has excelled during our recent battles, and my court is abuzz with excitement. What an accomplished Shuver. What a role model. What a man. All the praise raining down on him, and it's been made clear I'm expected to officially reward him in some manner. I will speak well of him. We could appoint him my personal champion. I mean, I'd love to have a personal champion who's a giant. That's pretty cool. I just can't really afford it. I'm spending way too much money. That's becoming extremely clear. Pneumonia. Humor's balanced. My wife shall live. That's really good because we really didn't wish her sickness. We wanted her to get better. Go down here and begin this siege, and hopefully we'll win this. They may win this if they do this fight, because we have 20% more available. Well, 10% actually. That won't be enough. It's only 10%. Found soulmate. I have declared undying love for my wife. What happened there? I didn't even know. What? Why did no one tell me that I was going to fall in love with my wife? I mean, it's not a problem and all. I'm okay with it. But it's a little surprising because it just seemed to come out of nowhere. I didn't even know we were thinking about doing that. We're not going to hold court right now. Maybe next episode, but not today. We're just going to finish this war up, I think, and that's going to be the end of this part. This battle should make us pretty close, and then I guess we're going to have to wait for some ticks, because I think the ticks will happen before we finish up here. And it's done. Yeah, 3% more. Let's just speed it up to get those last couple of percent out. Okay, we have finished the convert faith, so we have finally converted one singular location to our faith in the entire world, right here, which is good. The only other place we'll probably convert is here, but to do that, we're going to have to find some way to sneakily pull this out from underneath the guy that holds it, which might require some chicanery, because we would have to retract his vassal, and then we would have to remove the territory from that guy, which is a little sneaky for a religious thing that we're trying to do. Let's finish this war, enforce demands. So be it. We have now taken control of Wakhan, our brand new county. It has a quarry in it. Let's disband our troops. And I think we're going to immediately send our man up here to get control here. Now, I think we will culture convert it. It's going to take 8 years. That's quite a long time. He's actually quite good at it. Still quite a long time. Our spy master here is improved. Did he finally get married? No, he just got better at his job. You going to get married, or are you going to let this fall to this kid? Is that your plan, my friend? Because if it is, thank you. And with that, I think we're going to call this episode to an end. You can see that the kingdom of Lohara has expanded to cover almost all the territory that is Kashmiri by culture. Plus, we've also taken over a very small part of this duchy, which is our next major goal. Once we've expanded to basically control all of the mountains up here, we'll have to look, but we're going to need a development period in there as well. There's nothing really useful in here either. No. We have our 2 wards. That's fine. That's all good. And I hope to see you the next time we are here with Maharaja Kalaza of Lohara. Bye for now.